Let's start off by crediting South Florida. They played with the appropriate level of force and competitiveness. Really did a great job of attacking.
A quiet, closed-door Team USA practice was never supposed to become a viral moment, but leaked footage has suddenly thrown the entire basketball world into chaos after showing Caitlin Clark doing something that left even national team coaches staring in disbelief. The clip that started everything was only a few seconds long, but those few seconds were enough to ignite a wildfire across sports media and social platforms. The footage appears to show Caitlin Clark casually pulling up from several feet beyond the three-point line during a Team USA scrimmage and draining the shot with defenders already closing in. What makes the moment so striking is not just the distance of the shot or the speed of the release, but the reaction from everyone around her. Teammates freeze for a split second as the ball drops cleanly through the net. Oh, and one assistant coach can be seen turning toward the sideline with an expression that looks somewhere between shock and amusement, as if they had just witnessed something they knew would become impossible to ignore. The moment did not stop there. According to multiple insiders who were present during the practice, that clip represents only a fraction of what actually happened during that session. Sources describe a scrimmage where Clark appeared completely locked in, controlling the pace, firing passes through impossibly tight windows, and pulling up from distances that forced defenders to extend their coverage far beyond the arc. As coaches reportedly stopped the scrimmage multiple times to reset defensive positioning because the spacing Clark created was stretching the floor in ways that even elite international defenders struggled to contain.
You previously said that there was no disappointment when you weren't selected for the 2024 Paris Olympics because it gave you something to work toward. Reflecting back on the past.
One of the most talked about sequences from that practice allegedly involved Clark orchestrating a rapid string of possessions where she scored or assisted on nearly every trip down the court. Witnesses say she began by hitting a deep transition three that barely touched the rim. On the next possession, she drove into traffic and delivered a perfectly timed bounce pass between two defenders for an easy layup. Moments later, she drew a trap near half court and calmly fired a cross-court pass that led to another open shot. The pace was relentless, and the rhythm she created forced defenders to scramble constantly. But hold on and smash that subscribe button, because what stunned the coaching staff most, according to people familiar with the session, was how quickly Clark adapted to the intensity of the practice environment. Team USA training camps are notoriously competitive, filled with elite players who treat every scrimmage like a playoff game. Defensive pressure is aggressive, rotations are sharp, and mistakes are punished instantly. Yet Clark reportedly navigated that environment with an ease that surprised even those who expected her to be confident. Instead of appearing overwhelmed, she seemed to accelerate as the competition intensified. The leaked footage has sparked intense discussion about what this could mean for Team USA's future rotations. While coaches have not publicly confirmed details of the scrimmage, the reactions captured in the clip have created speculation that Clark's performance forced immediate adjustments in practice strategy. Some analysts believe the coaching staff may now be exploring ways to design offensive sets that fully capitalize on her range and vision, creating spacing that could stretch international defenses to their breaking point. Teammates have also reportedly taken notice. Players who initially approached the practice with the usual intensity of training camp suddenly found themselves reacting to shots that seemed almost unrealistic. One sequence described by witnesses involved Clark launching a three-pointer from well beyond the standard range during a fast break situation. Instead of pulling the ball back to run a set play, she simply rose up and fired. The shot dropped cleanly, prompting a mixture of laughter and disbelief from players on both sides of the scrimmage. The leak itself has become part of the drama. No one has publicly identified who recorded the footage or how it made its way online, but once it appeared, it spread at astonishing speed. Sports commentators began replaying the clip frame by frame, analyzing her footwork, release point, and decision-making. Fans debated whether the shot was a lucky moment or evidence of something far more significant. Within hours, the clip had become one of the most discussed basketball videos of the week. What makes the situation even more intriguing is the timing. Team USA practices are typically guarded environments where cameras are limited and information rarely escapes before official announcements. The sudden appearance of this footage has therefore created an unusual level of transparency into a space that is normally hidden from public view. That transparency has allowed fans to glimpse the intensity of training sessions and the level of competition required to earn a place in the rotation. Observers who analyze the clip notice subtle details that add to its mystique. Clark appears calm and composed before taking the shot, showing no sign of hesitation despite the defensive pressure. Her shooting motion is quick and fluid, and the ball leaves her hands with the same confidence she displays during games. When the shot drops, she barely reacts, immediately turning to run back on defense as if the moment were routine rather than extraordinary. Insiders claim that this composure carried through the entire practice. Instead of celebrating individual highlights, Clark reportedly focused on maintaining the tempo of the scrimmage and communicating with teammates. She directed traffic, called out defensive assignments, and continued pushing the pace even after several spectacular plays. The consistency of her performance, rather than a single highlight, is what left the coaching staff most impressed. Another element that has drawn attention is the way defenders attempted to adjust as the practice progressed. After several long-range shots, defenders began picking her up much earlier in possessions, sometimes near the midcourt logo. That adjustment created space behind the defense, allowing Clark to drive or pass into open lanes. Witnesses say she exploited that space repeatedly, creating scoring opportunities that forced the defense to rethink its strategy yet again. The leaked clip may be brief, but the stories surrounding it paint a much larger picture of what unfolded during that session. According to those who watched it live, the practice gradually transformed into a showcase of pace, creativity, and unpredictability. The more aggressive the defense became, the more inventive Clark's responses appeared. Pull-up threes, quick passes, and sudden drives combined to create a rhythm that kept defenders guessing on every possession. The coaching staff's reaction has become one of the most discussed aspects of the footage. In the background of the video, a coach can be seen exchanging a quick glance with another staff member after one of Clark's shots drops. The expression suggests a mix of surprise and calculation, as if they were already considering how such a skill set could alter their game plans. While no official statements have confirmed these interpretations, the visual cues have fueled endless speculation. Fans have embraced the moment with enthusiasm. The idea that a simple practice clip could ignite such widespread excitement highlights the appetite for glimpses behind the curtain of elite basketball preparation. Supporters have shared the video across platforms, praising the confidence and creativity displayed in the footage. Some have even begun calling it one of the most electrifying practice leaks in recent memory. Of course, the true significance of the moment will ultimately depend on how performances like this translate into official games. Practice dominance does not always guarantee game time success, but it often provides a window into a player's readiness for high-pressure situations. If the leaked footage accurately reflects the intensity and effectiveness of Clark's training camp sessions, it could signal that she is preparing to take on an even larger role. The next time Team USA takes the court, viewers will likely watch closely for any sign of the rhythm and confidence captured in that leaked clip. And if this is what Caitlin Clark is doing in practice, what will happen when the games actually begin? Let us know your views in the comments below.